What's up, guys? Long time no see. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're working on 2007 Toyota Tundra. The vehicle came from another shop, so with the complaint, no charging. As you can see right now, I will turn the key on. As you can see, the battery is something like 12 volt. You see the battery icon right there. So get started, and you can see right there on the gauge. As you can see, charging and then back. So as you can see right now, the battery icon is lit on. What that means? That means the tail driver charging, but the gauge seems like it's still 12 volt. Very interesting. So I will have here my charger hooked on the battery. As you can see right now, the engine off, and measure here. As you can see right now, it's 12.4 with the charger on. So let's go ahead and start the engine, and as you can see, measure from here to see the alternator charging or not. Okay, as you can see, battery light on. You see on the battery idle, it bouncing back and forth and stay in no charge. Okay, so back out to under the hood, measure to see. As you can see right now, sorry for flare. As you can see right now, it's only 12.5 volt with my charger hooked on. Let me remove this. As you can see the spark there. See that? That means the charger is charging the battery. You measure again. Right now it's 12.32. So let me put the charger back. Okay guys, as you can see, after the problem, the vehicle has been changed a new battery, and I already removed the lower covers. As you can see right now, the mechanics put in a new alternator. As you can see right there, we have a new alternator, so but still no charging. Okay guys, access to the wiring diagram. As you can see, 2007 Toyota Tundra 4-wheel drive 5.7 liter engine. As you can see, the charging system is like this. Let me zoom out a little more, it's easy to see. This is the alternator. So as you can see, we have here this cable connect to the battery pack, 180 amp field. So this field I already checked it. We have the power here. This one's hot all the time, right? And this one already checked, it hot in 1 start. So, and also this field, as you can see, hot in on or start. Also check it. This field is in the driver's side, left side of the dash. That means we have two power supplied to the alternator, one with the black and yellow wire, and I also check the voltage drop from here by using the test light. When we okay with the field, no broken field at all, and we also check here by the test lights, it's no voltage drop, it's good. And also the green and yellow, check for voltage drop when it's missing key on, it's okay, no voltage drop. But this, you see the red wire is controlled by the engine control module. It's right here of the engine compartment by this guy. Okay, this is the engine control module. So now, like earlier I told you guys, alright, check all the field. Also check the voltage drop here on the wire, green and yellow, black and yellow, no voltage drop. We have good power supply to the alternator. And I also check for right here by the alternator, still no charging, and not only check on the battery, because if this wire open, you know, the black or blue or black blue open wires, they also no charging. That why is if you check on the battery only, no charging, but sometimes it's charging at right here. You have to check right here to see that when the engine run 14 volt or 13 something volt or not, in case this wire, heavy wire is here, open circuit. Okay, so this alternator is the new one. The owner told me the mechanic put the new one in, it's still the same problem, it doesn't work at all. So now I try to hook up my channel here with my oscilloscope and see what the computer that do the cycle for this wire to control the alternator. Alright, okay guys, as you can see, the vehicle not charging at all, and no matter new alternator, new battery. So let me start again, and then you see battery light there, and on the gauge is like 12 volt. Let me start it. You can see look like it bouncing to start, and then if no start, but why the battery icon is up? That's the question. Very interesting. So let me turn back, key on, and in this case, like you guys see that the computer involved to the charging system. So I know when the engine starts, it no check engine light, like you can see check engine there. Let me start it. Yeah, no check engine light. Okay, no battery icon up here. So let's turn off. Now I would like to know, no matter no check engine light, but I need to read the fault code and see what the computer says something. As you can see, no fault code. Okay, and anyway, no help at all. Okay, let me hook up to the. Okay guys, now I run the picoscope and to see what the computer controlled it, the alternator for the charging system. So I have the channel A connect to the computer control the alternator by the alternator connector, and the channel B I connect to the battery, is reading the voltage. Okay, as you can see, I have the channel B connect here, and it's right here. So on the battery positive and battery negative for the channel B to read the battery voltage to see any charging, because when we start the engine at first, as you can see, the battery gauge it try to be increased and then take a few seconds and go back. So let me right now, the channel B, channel A is reading 0 voltage right now because the key off. Let me go turn the key on. Yep, right now the key off. I can see from out there by my laptop. Okay, the key on right now. From there you can see we have the duty cycle from the computer. And you can see we have the duty cycle, right? The channel B, channel A. Okay guys, right now the key on, engine off. As you can see, the computer tries to control the alternator, saying the duty cycle. The battery voltage still there, and I will leave the camera here and we'll go inside the car, start the engine. You can hear in the video the engine start. So, and look at to see all the duty cycle control is still here or we miss it. Okay, I will start the engine right now. So, as you can see, right now the engine running, so we don't have the duty cycle controlled by the computer no more, but sometimes we control that. You see that? So that means right now it's charging, and let's wait, or I go inside the vehicle, wrap the engine RPM and see it's still charging or not. So you can hear in the video earlier I wrapped the engine and it seemed to be the whole charging all time, but when I back the engine in idle and no charging no more. In the case the new battery it fell or the computer. Let me wrap the engine again. Huh. Very interesting. So let me change the time bit to 5 seconds. As you can see right now, no, I can get this a little more, like 10 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds. Oh yeah, 10 seconds good enough for me. It's time to back and forth. So I will grab the engine again, and then, as you can see, check on the laptop to see what is. Okay guys, as you can see on the laptop here, I have 3 times wrapped the engine. You know, I wrapped the engine first time here for a while, and you see we have the duty cycle and we have the battery voltage raised up to, let me see, measure the voltage here. You can see, yep, we have a 14 volt right now by measure here, and we have the duty cycle on the first wrap and the second wrap and the third wrap. Every time the engine back to idle and no charging no more, the voltage drop down to the battery voltage to 12 volt. And right here you see 12 volt, and as you can see something right here, because from here the engine start, and the key stay on. The key stay on. We have a little duty cycle right here with the key on, engine on. As you can see, let me zoom on right here. You guys can see. Yeah, we have the duty cycle on here with the key on, right? But no battery voltage increase on the top here because the engine no run. Right here, just the key on. Okay, the question now: the new alternator failed, or the computer stopped control the alternator? Okay, let me see. Let me go back here on the scan tool. We put the data stream. Come on. Okay. Put the battery voltage, and we put where the letter E. Engine speed. Okay. That much I wanna see. Okay, as you can see right now, the engine stopped. It stopped by itself. I didn't turn it up. So let me move the chair for enough for me to use the pedal. Okay, as you can see right now, I can start it. As you can see, the idle of this engine, and you can see the idle here. The idle here, that's why it doesn't start. Why this car, the idle too low, that's why it doesn't charge the battery. Okay, now I found the problem. Okay, let me wrap the engine around like some. Oh, it stopped now. Let's start again. Okay, at least we have 600 RPM. Okay, now you can see 13 point something volt right there. Okay, as you can see on the almost in the middle, that means it's charging. Okay, as you can see RPM now, I cannot hold steady at 600, but I believe 600 is charging. Okay, now charging, you guys see that. Okay, let me do this. You guys see, okay, turn off the engine first. The engine off now, key on. Let me go back from here. Go back from here, go to special function. Damn, we don't have the idle learn from this. Damn. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm looking for the function that to relearn the idle on this vehicle, but seems to be we don't have it. So the way I know the Toyota, after you change the battery, disconnect the battery, sometimes you got the problem with the idle. And in the case, from beginning, I didn't see the idle too low. I didn't pay attention about that, and now I found the idle too low, that made the alternator doesn't charge it at all. And as you can see right now, 5 something RPM. Why? Because I want to let it run like this. You see 5 something RPM, the battery charging, the alternator charging the battery. Right now 13.8, almost 14 volt is good. And how I have this RPM right now, because I use the pry bar. I set on the pedal and put on the power sheet, move a little bit and let it run to see in about like 10 minutes to see. I think the idle go back. Right now you can see it's 6 something RPM. Okay, back to the piece, to the laptop, and you can see charging. Let me see. Oh man, the computer is, yeah, right now charging, you guys. And let me see voltage here. Yeah, but 14 volt, right? 14.2 volt right now, and the computer control the duty cycle. Okay, right now, as you can see, 349 right now. I will wait, let the engine idle in about like 10, 15, 20 minutes, and maybe hopefully the idle back normal. And then you guys keep an eye on that right now. 3:49 p.m. right now. So let me turn back with the camera after about like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You guys see, I will take the pry bar out, let the idle run in normally way, and then see if it's still charging or not. Alright. Okay guys, back for a while. So as you can see right now, it's 4:12 p.m. and that means 22 minutes run in idle holding. Okay, as you can see, I keep an eye on my laptop I see continuous charging and no intermittent, no charging at all. So now go back here. As you can see here, it's still 14 volt. You see the line together, right? Yeah, 14 volt charging. Duty cycle is good. And also I have the measure here. As you can see, that right now it's 14 volt. Okay. Back in the car. As you can see here, the idle at 5 something, sometimes 4, 13 volt charging. Okay. Less you can see on the RPM, it's about 500 RPM in the middle between 0 and 1. And now you gotta keep an eye on this. You take the tripod out, okay? So the idle seems to be higher than before. Tap a little bit. Before tap, as you guys can see, it seems to be like 3 something hundred volt RPM, and now it's still less than 500 RPM. I don't like that at all. Right now, as you can see, the price bar is up. Okay, so you see the idle in the middle, but still charging. Okay, let me go back to the laptop. As you can see, it's still charging. Okay, but let me do this to see it's still charging or not. Why I turn the engine off? Okay, the engine is off now. Let's wait for 10 seconds. Yep, my scan tool say not support for now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have more than 10 seconds. Okay, always guys, turn off the key, wait for at least 10 seconds. Now start the back up. Let's see. Now I have the idle as 500 something, almost 700 RPM. Okay, that's a good idle for now, guys. You know, after we relearn, and you have to wait with the key up at least 10 seconds and turn it back. So now we have the good idle, and you can see right now good idle, and then you can see right there charging good. You can see right here the needle in the middle between 9 and 19 volt. That means around 14 volt. Yep, right here on the scan tool say 14, almost 14 volt. Idle 700 something. And back to the laptop, you see sleeping. Okay, it's still charging. You guys can see right here it's still 14 volt. You see the black light, yeah, right here, yeah, exactly there, 14 volt. And duty cycle still, if we change the time base to 2 milliseconds, you guys can see that running well. Okay, I can stop here and then you see zoom it out. Yep, zoom it out, zoom it out. Okay, good. I don't need it anymore. And change back to 5 milliseconds and let it run. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, go inside the car. And then turn it up again. Wait for 10 seconds. Not support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 something, almost 15 now. Okay, start it up. Yep, you can see it's a key on the battery, 12 volt, 50, 48. Engine RPM is 0 because that's a key on. Okay, start it. Good idle now. I love it. Okay, now we got the idle. Let it steady, see what's going on. Yep, the idle is around 300 something RPM. It's battery charging good now, and you can see. Let me wrap the engine and release the gas pedal. Okay guys, we have a good idle, good charging now. As you can see, 3 different locations. You guys can check for maybe 4 different locations. You can check for charging. You can see on the scan tool at 413.91, almost 14 volt idle, 700 right there, the idle right there. And you see over there no battery light icon, and the needle in the middle between 9 and 19. I mean right here charging, right there charging. Idle is good now and not like before, 300 RPM anymore. And go to another 2 locations there. On the laptop here you can see this channel B, the battery voltage, the channel A, duty cycle from the computer. I connect right as the alternator connector. And one more location here, check for us when the engine run, charging. See, right now it's 14 volt. Okay, that's it guys. Don't be a part changer. Again, don't be a part changer. I don't know what's wrong with the old alternator. The mechanic change it, and after that somehow the idle low like that. And then on the Toyota, sometimes you guys change the battery, disconnect the battery, whatever. Either way you change the battery, or some reason to disconnect the battery, you might lost idle. You have to learn the idle again. So on the scan tool on this model, it doesn't have the function that to learn the idle, and I have to do by my procedure. By you will see right there. Sorry to the gas pedal. Hard to hold. It's steady, almost steady at idle. You have to use the pry bar on the power stick here to move little here, move little like that, until you see on the scan tool the idle is around like 600 something, and leave it like that. Run it for a while, at least 15 minutes, and the idle come back. Some come back in right, manufacturer idle. some not, you have to turn off the key and wait for at least 10 seconds and turn it back on, and then it will fix the problem. In this case, the problem is fixed. Okay, again, don't be a part changer, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.